Hey ladies and gents, welcome to the Madrid Car Show. We're here for the first time checking out the new MG3. We're going to review the blue car. I'm going to do a separate video, first look of the gray model. So without further ado, let's just jump into the review. Welcome to the Madrid Car Show. Here for the first time. I made a B-roll of the gray model, but I've decided let's review the blue model. It looks a bit brighter color, so you can see better the contours. Now, sorry for the flickering lights, really nothing I can do here about that. Let's continue on with the review. MG3 hybrid. This is like a classical hybrid, for example, like Toyota cars, not a mild hybrid. And after the MG4, we can see the X-Power there, which is fully electric. They decided to make B-segment MG3. It's a small hatch. And let's check it out. It looks really interesting. It has this MG style. It's a bit sportier on the front. So let's come closer, check the LED headlights. You have a daytime running light on the top, you have a lens, turn signal is a bulb, silver accents behind the back, behind the black background, excuse me, and looking dynamic. You can see the blue color. Now when I come close, the lights aren't flickering so much, but it's a little bit better. And you can see there is this opened? There's like small opening here, but this is all closed. Front grille is kind of piano black and unpainted black. Looks dynamic. You have the air intake at the bottom. These are not too big openings, so that radiator might be protected. But you have this kind of small lip here. It's a plastic, but it's imitating carbon fiber. It looks fancy, kind of gives it a sportier look. You have the classical silver MG badge there. It would be nice if it was actually black, but they might add a sport trim in the future. Now this one has the front wide lens for 360 parking. There is also on the side mirrors there. Now this is the top trim. We're gonna check the spec later, but it looks nice. Now I'm not 100% settled on the front end. I think the hood is slightly going up. They could have kind of flattened it to give it more sportier look. I do like the back more, but it looks dynamic and interesting. Now let's check the tires. So these are 16-inch. I'm gonna assume these are some Chinese tires because I do not recognize the brand. We have beautiful alloy silver on black, so this is kind of a diamond cut, but it's very smooth, although I can see like lines when I come up close. You can see the beautiful MG cap, plastic lug nut covers, and you can see the tire dimension 195/55 R16. Now I would say the fit and finish is quite good, not too big gaps. Now checking the side mirrors, nice design. I like the turn signal and the small details inside. You can see the camera. There is no spotlight, but you have the 360 on the top trim. You see the VIN number, light sensor. You see the dash is plain, no speakers. Now you can see the lane assist and light and rain sensor. There is this big black piece. We're gonna see from the inside if it's a blind spot issue for the traffic light, for example. Double glazed front windshield, kind of standard right now. Now checking the mirrors, we have a blind spot detection. I'm sure if you can see this here. And no auto dimming. No chrome, that's nice. I like it black. Tinted windows on the back. And we have here a little button. I believe, yeah, this plastic can pop. There's a physical key cylinder on the driver, and you usually get a physical key in the key fob. Checking the profile. Has a little dynamic lines to give it a kind of sportier look from the sides. Now back end, I don't think someone closed the cargo area properly. Let me just, okay, so there wouldn't be any confusion. The gaps are not that big, but it looks really stylish on the back end. And from here, it kind of reminds me of Mazda. This sharp edge going towards the center, towards like a little bit downwards. It kind of reminds me of Mazda. It's just visually the taillights, but they look really nice. there are bulbs here, I can see that, but that's nice, easy to replace if they burn out. The LEDs look cool, but they're very expensive to replace. So this looks nice and okay. Now, cat eyes, vertical, and you can see the diffuser would this, yeah, 6 strikes. So it gives it a little bit sportier look. The blue color really looks amazing. It's gonna change slightly on the light, but that's very nice. Now, interesting, I don't see a stoplight in the, well, kind of really discreet, if we can call this even a spoiler. It's a body, I believe it's inside, and you can see the rear wiper. Big MG badge on the back, and we have the MG3 Hybrid Plus. You can see here, whoa, these are kind of hot. Bulbs for the license plate illumination is warm light. You can see the rear wide lens camera and a little button to open. We're gonna open it just to check the car from this angle. Once again, beautiful looking. I really like the back end. Not so much settled on the front, and you can see the exhaust here, like small opening going down, so you almost don't notice it. Maybe that was the whole point. Okay, let me back up so you can see the cargo. Now, this opens nice and tall. I'm a 2-meter tall person, or 6.6 in feet. That's 200 centimeters. Manual closing. Plane on the top. There's an access to open, or excuse me, unlock from the inside if the button fails for some reason. You can see on the top there, there's a, I'm not sure if this is a VIN number on the back. You have the cover. Watch out for the edges. They're sometimes very sharp. I've once scratched myself, not on an MG, but a different car. Just heads up there. You can take these off so you can remove the top shelf. Has rubber stoppers, and that's that. Now, cargo space is good for a small city hatchback. You have a plastic step here, so there's like 5 fingers, and then okay, 9 fingers of height. That's times 2, so that's a rough in the centimeters, give or take. And over here you can see there's a patching kit, and there's a 12-volt battery in the back, so no spare wheel. There is some room for storage, like for first aid or similar, so it doesn't have to be here. But this is nice and deep. Now on the right side it is plain. There is bit room to the arches. On the right, on the left is slightly different. On the left side you have one cold light, and you have here and here, all 4 sides, latches. Now on the right side there is no light, but there is a little grocery hook, so that's a nice detail there. Unfortunately, they've decided to have the seats connected all the way, so there's no dividing 60/40. At least it's all one piece, so you can knock it down. As far as I remember, only Dodge Spring had this kind of system. Most of the cars have some sort of 60/40 divide option. Closing sound is good for the cargo space. Let's come to the doors. Very good closing sound. Door handles are not too clunky. I like that. And the doors open nice and wide. So if you have a child seat, it's easy to place it on the back. Here we have good seals going around, good closing sound. Push up here to the front to lock from the inside if you have small kids, like a 2-year-old, 3-year-old. Now on the back, B segment, an entry model and budget brand MG. This is hard plastic, but they've added a little padding here and contrast stitching. Now I like it. It's a good contrast to the blue exterior color. And power windows. I do hope these are fully automatic. Yeah, the handles are nice and big. Have a speaker there. Now, checking the seats. This is kind of a smooth leather, perforated on the sides here, and then inside we have this textile. While there are isofix here hidden, You can see that. Now, this feels, I can't tell if this is like a textile or synthetic material. I think it's textile. Yeah, you can see that there as well. Now, let me just try to knock the bench down. You can see you can adjust the height here, but these are so tall, they're blocking the view to the back. Okay, pull. Let me see here. Oh wait, I have to give me a thumbs up for this, please. I have to push both latches to unlock in order to show you how the bench barely fits. So the headrest is not being bumped there. Quite good cargo space, not too bad. Could be slightly bigger, but considering the chases, it is good. And you can see you can store some stuff on that shelf. But such a shame that they didn't add a dividing option for the rear bench. Okay, the seatbelt is stuck. I'm gonna fix it later. So yeah, there's obviously no handrest on the rear. Let's jump inside. Plenty of feet room, good knee room. It's spacious on the back, and you can see the air vents, USB-A. Now there's a little room here, actually deep. You can see how deep that is. So you can put some stuff here. It's plasticky. Now transmission tunnel is not really too wide, not too tall. It's going downwards, so maybe you can squeeze a third person. This is not too hard, but also not too soft. The seats are wide, comfy, but not really too much profile, at least not on the top. Now there's the back view. Now here, look at this. They try to maximize the headspace because here it's very low, and you can see here it goes up and then down and then up. But why is this going downwards if you can use that space? Okay, leather seats, nice pockets. Let's hear the closing sound. Good closing sound and decent soundproof. There's a music and background people talking, but you know, okay. So headspace. Okay, I'm a taller person, but for an average height, let's say up to 185, you would be actually okay inside. And if you're shorter, there's generous space in the interiors. So, but even for me, there's enough knee room, and you know, I can survive for a shorter trip. It's not that bad. Now, you have handles on all three sides besides the driver. Not sure why. Now, they do not close slowly, and they make a little sound, but it's not that horrible. Is this? No. Okay, so there's no hooks, nothing on the B-pillar, and the seat belts are fixed, so no height adjustment, but they are tall positions, so that's okay. And a little view at the front. This looks familiar, at least the steering wheel from the MG4. The dash is slightly different, so let's get on the front and check that out. So, you know, good closing sound, okay interior. There's some good pros about this car. Some cons like the bench, but everything else, the closing sound is really good for such a, you know, budget brand. So the seals are the same. Still hard plastic. I know maybe you were hoping that it was soft touch on the front, but it's soft here where you lean your elbow. Nice big handles, so I like the design generally. You can lock here the rear for the kids. Now here you can see the tire pressure. I like this sticker, it's very minimalist looking. And MG carpets. You can see the rubber paddles. Now you can unlock here the fuel cap and the front bonnet or front hood. We're gonna do that at the end of the video. Just to open this one, it opens automatically. You can see here side motor, and I think this is a, yeah, petrol minimum 95 RON. Now you push here to close, Now, I'm not sure actually on the gray model there's a dent because people are like pushing, hoping to open, not realizing it's accessed by this system. Moving on. Push up to slide the seat back and forward. Push up and down for the height. Push up to tilt, and checking here, so same leather with contrasting stitching, perforated. Bottom bolsters are not too big, but the top one are, those are the ones that are most important. In the corners, you can see the top. Warm interior lights, but no lights on the back, I notice. Looks like perhaps a speaker or just an air vent. For electronics, you can adjust the side mirrors, you can fold the mirrors, which is a nice option. A light height, a lock unlock the car from the inside, and steering column is adjusted manually. Let's jump inside. I think, let me just see if I can, yeah, this can go a little bit up, maybe. Oh, wait, it doesn't go inside outside, it just goes up. Okay, another small con, but okay. And let me just see, I would actually go for one tooth back. For more comfort, there would be slightly less space for the knees if you're tall person such as myself, but if for an average, it should be okay. Closing sound, okay. Let me just try that one more time. Okay, there's like a slight, almost like a rattle at the end, but it's okay. Now, soundproof, I'd say also good. I'm not sure on the highway, but on the city speeds, it should be okay. Okay, switching to wide lens, just to see the point of view. Interesting, steering wheel flat and top bottom. It's actually, look at this, 2-spoke, but you know, that's okay. It's nice, bit thicker, but you can see the dash. You have a display in front, on the side. I like the symmetric dash. Now let's zoom back in. Before we do that, look at the mirrors. Like the top is going upwards, so usually some cars do it that tip towards the bottom, but interesting design choice. I wonder if it actually has some sort of aerodynamic purpose. You can see those strikes. Those should maybe help slightly there. Now, back to the steering wheel. We have a smooth leather all the way. Have this black, piano black strike. Not a huge fan of piano black, but it is what it is. Bit finger smudgy and collects dust. You do have nice buttons. They have this like nice feeling, rubberized, like on a TV remote when you press. So that's very nice. I do like physical button always in front of, before the, you know, haptic core touch buttons. So you have some assist here, favorites. You have the view for the screens. I'm going to cut in the video if we turn on the car. I'm gonna ask for a key later. Now, checking here, you can see the air vents just go up and down here on the sides. So I guess this is closed and open. Dash, of course, it's a hard plastic. You have an air vent going to the side. Defrosting this area, there is a speaker in the A-pillar. So nothing on the dash regarding speakers. And okay, we have some nice design here. This is padded, so it's not all hard plastic, but then at the bottom it is hard plastic. There's a small screen here and here. Now there is a start stop button. So if I open the door, you can see here that, so it's asking for a key fob. You can actually see how one looks. That's that. You have shortcuts for the AC, so you press them down, not up. So I guess if you want to turn on the front defrost, you press it and then you press it again to turn it off. So front rear defrost, AC on and off, home, and then for the volume. Now this is not my favorite for the volume. I would prefer a little knob, but I guess it's better to have anything that's physical touch button instead of screen option or touch option. There are two USBs, A and C. So this one's for media, this one's for your phone or tablet. There's a 12 outlet. You can see that. I think this one is maybe illuminated. in amber. This is rubberized, or is it? No, this is plastic. It's kind of, my fingers are sweating, so I thought for a moment it was rubber, but it's plastic. Same here. There's this divider, so you can take it out if you want to put something longer here, but it can also be placed for cups. It is not adjustable, but it is gonna hold a cup, so that's okay. Electronic parking brake, auto hold, and driving modes, I guess. Now, interesting, some people dislike this. I like it. So drive, reverse, neutral, P for park. Now, some like that little thingy you move up and down, some like the rotary dial, some just prefer something else like the little thingy or this. Now, going here to the middle bridge, this, yeah, plastic, you can push it, and then plastic. Okay, so armrest is here. It is soft, contra stitching, but it doesn't extend. You can press to open up. You can see the unlocking mechanism, and then you have this sliding like a tray, and then here there's loads of room. So this is all connected inside. You can see that. So loads of room, and oh, this goes out, so you can see you can put it here or here. Actually missed it. So there is a little symbol here for the key fob if like the car battery is low, so you need to start it remotely, excuse me, or with the key fob. That's that. So you can have this accessible or closed if you want to hide something if you park on the street. Seats, once again, different angle, checking the seat. No isofix on the front, only on the back, but you know, do you feel comfortable? Now let me just see here. Okay, so there's a tilt option, but there's no height option for the seats, and that's what I noticed in all the MG cars, almost all, not the MG4, excuse me, not the MG Marvel, but the MG4 or the HS. They all, or the ZS, they don't have height option for the passenger front seat, so that's kind of a con. I would like that as an option. If I'm a tall person, I want to lower the seat if I'm sitting on the front, and of course I want to be sitting on the front because it's, you know, with a limited headspace on the back. But those are some of the things they can fix in the future. Checking here now, the overview in the rear, a bit limiting because of those two tall headrests that you cannot really lower too much down. And well, okay, this is, let me see here, this is very light, so I wanted to show you this. You can flip it down. That's the way you're not being blinded, but you know, the mirror is a bit light when you're tilting it, and this big piece here might be a bit blind spot for the traffic light, but the windshield is far and is a bit tall, so maybe not a huge problem. A-pillars might be a problem for pedestrians, so do watch out for that. You saw the warm lights when the car is unlocked. Okay, it doesn't matter. And you have here emergency call, and boom. Okay, that was, once again, okay, really loud. It just resonates through the roof. There's a documents holder here. You can see this strap. There is a mirror here. Now, I've noticed the system, a lot of cars use it, like Volkswagen Group, but when you open here, just there's like a little button, or like not a button, like a little tooth that just jumps over and it stops. It's fixed, and then when you push it, it does engage the light on the top. I believe when the car is on, this should work. But so there's your beauty mirror. I don't think this extends here because this area is not covered, so it is fixed. A bit loud when it closes. Now, headspace, plenty of headroom for a tall person. Never a problem, but I've noticed also on some cars that are Chinese cars, you can lower the seat as much as on some European or American cars, so sometimes you're really close to the roof. If you're a taller person, that's an issue. Not in this case though. Okay, let's open up and pop the bonnet. and then we're gonna check out the spec and the price. So a lot of good stuff for such a budget brand, but there is obviously room for improvement. To open in the middle, push to the right side, not the left. You can see that. No gas struts. You have to use the little leg with the yellow spongy thing. Blue thing is your washer fluid, and see, over here there's the hybrid. So this is petrol. I believe this should be a maybe 4-cylinder, but we're gonna see on the spec sheet. And then here is your, I'm gonna zoom, electric motor that aids the petrol, because this is like Toyota style hybrid. You have a small battery that you charge when you are braking. This big thing here, that's obviously the 12-volt charger for the battery. But just a moment here, so the battery is in the back because this space is where the electric motor is. So there are the jumpers here. I see the red and I don't see the black piece, but I wonder if underneath the jumpers is there something else. Okay, doesn't matter, just an observation. Let it drop. Closes perfectly, and again, looking good. I do prefer the back end. Another look at the gray model there. You saw in the B-roll separated video first look. Now to the price spec. These are both like top spec trims. Sorry for the flickering lights. So MG Hybrid Plus, that's here in Spain. Now we have here equipment standards, comfort, and luxury. I think this is like for the whole Europe, same name. This is the standard equipment base price, so 20,000 euros minus 10. And then for this luxury trim, they told me it's 24,000 euros. So not a bad deal. There's a lot of competition, but this is a nice hatchback for that price. Now, 1.5 liter hybrid, 195 horsepower. So that's quite a lot for such a small city hatchback. Assuming this is combined horsepower with the electric motor and the petrol, which is definitely not 195 horsepower. 4.4 is the VLTP average consumption on 100 kilometers. Cargo space almost 300 liters. Could be a bit better, but okay. So inside is the I'm gonna zoom, a lithium-ion battery. It's 1.83 kilowatts and a 0 to 100 in 8 seconds, which is actually not that bad for such a small, city hatchback. So looking really appealing price-wise and design-wise. A lot of people are gonna like this car. So just gonna do a walk around the gray model. Definitely, I love the back end. It does look like Mazda. I think you're gonna agree with me. This is like the profile view. It looks sweet. The front end is kind of round, the back end is round, but I think they should fix the front end. It is MG style design, but kind of flat looking. I don't know, something's just like missing here. But tell me in the comments, what do you think? And if you do want to see more from Madrid Car Show, there's going to be more car reviews, so do subscribe to the channel and click the bell to get notified when I upload more videos. Thanks for watching, stay safe, bye.